Good morning, John. This is Professor Anderson with a little bit of feedback for your writing assignment number 2. I want to share with you that this is, writing assignment number 2, the synthesis of literature review. And inside of the assignment folder, you'll be able to see that rubric below. And so let me just give a quick general overview of what a synthesis is. It's where you're knitting together what other people have researched. So before I share about your introduction, you have done a great job of breaking it down into different categories and organizing the information inside of there. The health benefits, the way out of the streets or out of high-risk situations, the social impact, and the building up of community. These are awesome categories that you've separated that into. What I wanted to share with you, and I think I recall this also from the first writing assignment, you want to avoid first person situations. You want to avoid like, this is what I understood, this is what I experienced. I know, and I can read, this is very close to your heart, and that's an excellent reason and impetus to research this product. You will have a completely different understanding of what that data that you collect means. And that's very important. That makes your findings so much more valid because you can really understand and synthesize and situate and organize the information. What you need to do for the purposes of this paper is your experience, opinion, and understanding is removed. So instead of, the impact of youth sports, studies show youth sports provide a vital component to nurturing the whole child, period. So-and-so, I'm just making up a reference. Sally Smith suggests that youth sports programs encourage healthy lifestyles. Joe Brown suggests that Joe Brown points to data that shows that children in high-risk neighborhoods have a greater opportunities to avoid the same high-risk behavior in their neighborhood. So it is about the individual's research that you've collected. So you want to avoid these first-person references, and I notice them throughout. While I hear you very clearly that what you learned impacted you significantly, the purpose of this paper is to report what you found. So I hope that helps. And you want to avoid opinion-laden statements like this on here. You will be amazed with how much youth sports actually matters to help the community as a whole. I'm sure, believe me, I know our kids all play sports. It's required. It teaches them so much more they could ever learn in the classroom, at church, in their social orientation. They learn how to play as a group. They learn how to, watch and monitor a host of items in one time. I mean, they learn so many life skills. So yes, I do understand that, but this is opinionated. So you want to avoid, the purpose of this paper is reporting, not opinion. So again, I like how you have these in separate categories. You want to make sure that you're synthesizing or tying together the research from various sources. So here you have studies have shown that children who participate in organized sports are significantly more active than those who do not. That's awesome. That's a great statement. I would take this whole first statement out and begin with this. But I don't know who wrote that. You need to tell me who it was that you got that information from. So say, Sally Smith, 2013, I'm not really sure. And you want to make sure that you have on all of your research sources down here, you want to integrate, more than 2 or 3 of them in this category. What do 2 or 3 of them have to say? And how can you tie that together in this first subcategory? And the same for the second, and the third, same for the third and the fourth. So I hope that gives you an idea of what the synthesis can do. So, and I look for, okay, a couple other things I want to real quick tell you. I need you to pay attention to subject-verb agreement. So the subject-verb, okay, here we go. Youth sports helps with lowering the crime rates. Youth sports is plural, or sports help with lowering the crime rate. So that's what I mean by identify the subject, make sure the subject and the verb agree. So this should be sports help, as opposed, because sports is plural. It would be like saying we, and we have to say we help, not we helps. So I hope that helps you. And the last thing that I want to suggest to you is to use really short, sweet, to the point sentence structure. You have a lot of information you're packing into one sentence. Cut it down and truncate it and use it in just short, sweet, to the point sentence structure. All right. I really look forward to reading your final paper.